What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to go over how to pass the closed guard. But more importantly, how to narrow down your opponent's options before you pass their guard, so you can kind of think clearly as you go instead of worrying about all the different submissions they're going to throw up at you from the closed guard. So let's start the closed guard. So whatever the situation may be, Sonny's guard's closed around me. And let me just kind of say right off the bat, I don't voluntarily go here. I don't just start the roll and then let him close his guard around me. It's kind of like I'm
giving him something.
Yeah, I'm just kind of giving you something that's where you're getting inside on me all right away. So normally, just FYI, normally when I approach someone's guard, I'm going to have that knee up. So closed guard is just no longer an option for him anyway, because he can't close his guard around me. But let's narrow down everything he can do from this position. There's 3 things he can do if he sits up. He can guillotine me if he sits up, right? Yep. He can bump sweep me. We don't have to go through the bump sweep, but basically he picks me over. And then he can put me in a Kimura, right? All these things, all 3 of those require my head to be on either side of his body. So I, off the bat, make sure I take away all 3 of those submissions right off the bat. So by keeping my head just in the center line of his body, no matter where really my hands are, go ahead and put me in a Kimura. Try it. Just try it tomorrow. Good. Put me in a guillotine. Just let's just show how the head works. And no matter what, he can't get those submissions on me because my head just stays in the center line of his body. So right there, we got rid of 3 subs that he can do. The next, he can do a triangle by pushing my wrist through, jumping a triangle, right? Or he can do an armbar, basic armbar. Right, and then there's like razors that he can do if I reach over his neck. All those require me to reach over his neck. So I just don't reach over his neck while I'm in the closed guard. Not smart. So don't reach over the neck, head in the center, right? And now the only thing we have to address at that point would be the triangle and the armbar. Anything else that he does, any other option that he does, is gonna require him to open his guard and put his feet on my hips, right? Just demonstrate that. Now, we're playing a whole different game, all right, if he goes here. But we'll consider that an option for him. So what I'm gonna do from this position, I don't usually bother trying to break open the guard. What I'll do is I'll put my knee sort of wedged on the side of his hip. Maybe we should turn this way so they can see that, just because I do it this way mostly. So I kind of put this wedge here on the side of his hip, and I'm sort of leaning my rib cage on his thigh, all right? Now, he is hyper aware of my elbow going past the center line of his body. He's hyper aware of that because he knows that means armbar. That's armbar city, okay? And it's like, you know, candy to a baby. They're just gonna take that. So that's what we're hoping for. Now, do I do this? No. I make it kind of sneaky, and I sort of started messing with his wrist on this side, start pushing, start reaching up, boom, right. So now, just so we understand, both submissions, the triangle and the armbar, require him to open his guard, okay? The armbar requires him to turn his hip, to get his hip out that way to get an armbar. So I'm sort of putting a block there right off the bat, right? So I'm hyper aware of nothing but him opening his legs. Just close your legs for right now. As soon as we're gonna do it slow, just don't even try to arm him, just open him, just so we can do it slow. So his legs open, I catch that. First thing I'm gonna do is wedge my elbow in. I'm not gonna push it all the way to the ground or do anything. I just wanna go like this, okay? Now, once I'm here, I step my knee up, okay? I step my knee up. The reason why it's kind of a shock to him is he can't turn his hips out. So he opens his legs, tries to armbar me, and his hip won't come out because I'm blocking it. Now, once I get here in this position, I'm on his hips. I cannot allow this knee to come through. That's his next option to stop me from passing. So as soon as I get here, I go underhook. Now, maybe we should turn a little this way so they can see the knee. So I go underhook, and I'm wedged. So from here, as my knee drops to the ground, my whole body moves forward, I get behind his head. My knee's on the ground, but if you notice my ankle's still hooked over his thigh. My other knee comes through. As it touches the mat, I can swivel away. Okay, so that's what I'll do. The arm bars. He tries to arm bar me. I'm setting him up for the arm bar. I'm aware before he is. As he does the arm bar, I'm here. No time. He has so much real estate to cover doing an arm bar, and I have basically nothing. I only have to do this. Once I get here, I'm on his hips, aware that the knee might come through, so I'm low, immediately underhook. Get my super grip. Knee to the mat, swivel away. So, this is what I'm waiting for. Instead of trying desperately to open the guard, I'm going to give him a reason to open the guard and then counter off of that. Now, if I have my arm like this and he doesn't want to go arm bar and he sees that I'm baiting him, chances are he's going to try to take this wrist, push it through, jump the triangle. Look, one arm in, one arm out means I get triangle. The big mistake I see a lot of people making, push this through and just open your legs and don't close them. Stop right there, stiff arm, right? I cannot get my arm back in. I can't. Sonny's too strong and he's got a stiff arm here. And I see this a lot, guys trying to get that arm back in and they get triangle. So instead of that, just pull your other arm out. Real simple. I'm either waiting for the arm bar, I'm waiting for the triangle, but both of them I'm truly just waiting for him to open his legs. That's the moment in time that I go. So he pushes the wrist through to go triangle, I open up. Now we're here, I get on his hips, and look, I'm not back here, I kind of get my shoulders in, and I roll them forward. Now look, my knee plants under his back. Sonny, can you get your hips back down to the mat? No way. So my knee is kind of filling that space, and then I get even lower with my chest, and I end up with a beautiful back take here. Could have been more beautiful, but but the idea is to flip him over to get that that counter. So just both real quick. So again, I've narrowed his options down. I'm keeping my head in the center so he doesn't get any sit-up moves. No sit-up moves, so there's only two things left. Well, three if you count the razor, but we're not gonna reach over his head. Get my elbow across the center line, he goes arm bar, boom, I'm ready for it. Underhook, knee, knee, triangle, same thing, he decides to go for the wrist, get real low, roll him up. Look, my hands are here, I roll him up, my knee comes underneath him, roll him up again, there's my harness. And from here we can sit back and take the back. So those are the two ways I really like to pass the closed guard. So we're waiting for his legs to open and then we go. If he gets his feet to my hips, it's too late. And this is another, just to kind of reiterate that. Sonny, if Sonny understands that I'm baiting, just hold on. If he understands that I'm baiting him, you know, he may not go for an arm bar because, like I said before, there's too much to do there. There's too much to go for. Same with the triangle. But he might just open his guard and put his feet on my hips. I no longer, just so you know, I no longer have these same options. At this point, I'm passing the open guard, okay? So if you're, you know, if you're lower belt, white, blue belt, and you're trying to do this, and he gets to here, don't continue to bait and try. He has control of your hips. At this point, we'd have to go into our open guard passing. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I'll do from the closed guard.
Cool.